So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the Niners have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On 1, right?
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were three talking.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give them 32 on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
11 coming.
And Burrow going to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here we go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? He wanted the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Garoppolo on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 in the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He's going to go up top again. And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And got his man complete. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
I'm fine, ready?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big in a major part of this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11.
Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Garoppolo now.
And that one going to come up short, low throw. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win, But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, here's Mixon.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Wait. One, Omaha.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So
he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Burrow looking to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here we go.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From midfield now, Burrow. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff to Nixon. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
He's got a man complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Flush to his right. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Here we go. 13, 13, 11, 21, 21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So the victory here for San Francisco.